So we know the issues, we know about energy, we know about the border, we know Joe Biden doesn't know what he's doing. We know all that, we get all that. But why do this? Why do this here tonight with Legacy PAC? Because there's a whole lot of people who have the passion to save this country who need help getting off the ground.
The purpose of Legacy PAC is to save America. That's our mission. That's what we really want to do because America is worth saving.
I am by trade, I'm a cybersecurity engineer. Okay, so this is my first run in politics. We need more conservative Republicans standing up and fighting for the Constitution.
We're an America First PAC, and we want to promote and help our up-and-coming candidates, and we're going to be holding the line for President Trump.
I joined the Army at 17 years old. My first day at my first unit, which was 25th Infantry, was September 10th, 2001. So the next day was 9/11. And I spent about a total of a decade between Iraq and Afghanistan in country. So my country means everything to me. When I realized that if people like myself who don't want to be politicians don't start stepping up and taking these seats, that nothing's going to change, then I said, okay, I'll do it.
Who deserves to lead the people of this country more than those who serve this country? So I'm behind every one of them. So let's make sure we get more veterans into power. I'm all for it.
Remember why you're involved. We have to make sure people remain humble and not engage in self-glorification. You are here for one reason, and that is to save the country. Period. End of story.
And for those candidates who are looking uphill and wondering how, keep your head down, focus on the target, and outwork everybody. And I promise you, you're not gonna lose. You're either gonna win on election night or you change the game on election night. So God bless you guys. Thank you so much, Legacy PAC.
Thank you, Legacy PAC.
And Stan, where's Stan? Stan is with Veterans for Trump.
Thank you, Martha.
Thank you all. We're honored. I know there are so many organizations represented here today.
You're saying here too much, but you're going to do very well. And I just had somebody write down. First of all, James and Sarah Pritchard, thank you very much. Yes, great job. Thank you. We appreciate all the help. Stanley and Donna Fitzgerald.
Right here, sir.
Thank you very much. It's great. It's great that you're with us. Mike Acton.
Hi, this is Stan Fitzgerald with Veterans for Trump, and I'm here with Mesha Mainor. Mesha, good morning.
Good morning.
You recently made some national news when you switched parties. You are no longer with the Democrat Party and you switched over to the GOP. Can you tell us a little bit about why you did that?
I represent District 56 in the state of Georgia. That includes Midtown Atlanta, Atlantic Station, Georgia Tech, the historic West Side, and the Atlanta University Center. And in those districts, one, I have the most charter schools than any other district in the state of Georgia. Oh, my screen went away. Okay. I have the most charter schools in my district than any other district. And so that means that people in my district support school choice. That was something I ran on. That was something I advocated for at the Capitol. It just happens to be something that Democrats do not support. It's something that Republicans support. In addition to that, I ran on public safety. That is something people in my community want. That's something I fought for at the Capitol. Happens to not be something that Democrats support. It's something that Republicans support. The other thing is just putting people over systems. One being the prosecutor oversight bill. That is something I campaigned on. That is something that my constituents want. That's something I fought for in the Capitol. It's something that Democrats don't support. It's something that the Republicans support. And so my switch to parties is really based on policies, not necessarily which party. It's what policies benefit my community.
Well, you certainly stand for what you believe in, and we respect that at our national organizations. On the prosecutors committee, there's two sides to that. Obviously, we all want justice in criminals prosecuted, but it also looks at what might be misconduct by prosecutors. Right now, national news, Fani Willis and prosecuting the former president and the electors. What are your thoughts on that as it relates to Fani Willis and this new commission?
So I don't think that this bill was about Fani Willis. I know that, several DAs have come out and said that this bill was to target them because they're minorities. This is actually one of the very first bills that I proactively went up to a Republican and said, I want to support this bill. I do have a personal stake in it. I'm the victim of stalking, and Fani Willis happened to be the prosecutor on my case. And I do not feel like she prosecuted, right? There was some personal things related to this. The stalker's attorney is a county commissioner, which happens to be a friend of Fani Willis. And if I didn't get a fair shake, to me, that means many people are not getting a fair shake. And it was hard for me to get justice. And so I feel like things like a prosecutor oversight bill, it'll give constituents the ability to voice their concerns, because right now the only way to do that is to file a bar complaint. But filing a bar complaint is not for the layperson, right? You have to really be versed in legal code to file a bar complaint against an attorney. And so this will make it much easier for people to do that. And in fact, on the House floor, I mentioned several families whose children were killed who did not get justice from their prosecuting attorneys. And so my vote was for those families as well.
Well, thank you for supporting that. And I know you've done a lot of work in your community, helping the underserved community. And also, I'm going backwards a bit here. I should ask this first. Can you also please tell us about your background a little bit?
Yes, so I don't know if you know this, but I'm a physical therapist by trade. And so working with veterans, seniors, and people with disabilities, that's what I've done my entire career. And so when you're talking about people that don't have a voice, oftentimes veterans, seniors, and people with disabilities, people overlook them. People don't take the time to listen. And I pride myself on, if I'm in front of somebody, and I do this not just with my patients, but with my constituents and just here at the Capitol, if I'm in front of someone, I'm going to give them my undivided attention so I can figure out what I can do to help them. And so that's part of my background. The other part, I'm a mom of 2 kids. One is going to college this year as a freshman. The other one is going into the 6th grade. I'm from Atlanta, Georgia, born and raised. I went to Howard University in DC. Actually worked for Congressman John Lewis in his DC office. I was a speechwriter for the Assistant Surgeon General at CDC, Dr. Helene Gale. She's now the president at Spelman College. So I was a daycare owner. So children are near and dear to my heart. And the community that I represent, the community I represent is diverse, right? So there's a very low socioeconomic side and a higher socioeconomic side. I grew up in the lower socioeconomic side, and I still represent those constituents. And back then, it was crime infested. It's still the same way today. The schools were failing then. It's the same way today. I'm almost 50 years old, and in the schools, 97% of the kids aren't proficient in math, aren't proficient in reading. And so really my history does really lead to how I serve, if you will.
Well, Mesha, we've noticed when you switched, we did a lot of research on your policies, and you've been very supportive of veterans and our first responders and our police. And we very much like the commission that you supported for prosecutorial oversight. So in Georgia, we do have a state chapter of Veterans for Trump. And I'm able to announce today that the Georgia Veterans for America First, which is our state chapter, has endorsed you. And we appreciate your work, and we're going to be backing you here in Georgia all we can.
I love it. So you know my website then, which is meshamanor.com. And I'm really happy about that. That, you know, to me, it's not, again, it's not about party. Veterans are veterans. Veterans have specific needs. It doesn't matter your race, your gender, your ethnicity, your religion. You're a veteran and you have needs. And so I'm happy to be endorsed by you guys.
Well, we're glad to issue it and work with you over these coming years. And Mesha, one more time, what's the website for people to go to?
It is meshamanor.com. That's MESHAMAINOR.
And we would like to ask our followers from across the country to support Mesha. This is not just a Georgia matter. I mean, it's veterans across the country will benefit from state legislators like Mesha. So please do support her.
Thank you. I
Thank you,
appreciate
Mesha.
it.
We'll talk to you again soon.
Okay.
Bye-bye now.